I make my way towards the cafe and meet with our account manager from Dasshu. I try to anticipate what kind of questions he'll ask about Eagle so I can have ready answers. Yunna said this wasn't an interview, but I still want to make a good impression. As I enter the cafe, I sweep my gaze across the room and spot a man wearing a Dasshu jacket. That must be him. After ordering a cup of coffee, I walk over to greet him. Hello? Oh, and he's colored as well. The man faces me, and I'm surprised by how young he looks. He only seems to be a couple years older than us. What do you mean, us? Oh, I guess your team, but that's a weird way to phrase that. I'm Southern Wolf, the pilot of Eagle from Ace 204911. We gotta get that name fixed. Wait, it's been over a month and we haven't gotten the name fixed? He smiles and gestures to the seat across from him. I accept the seat.
Thanks for meeting me on such short notice. As I'm sure you know, I'm Yuri Ariev, your account manager with Dasshu.
Oh yes, comrade, of course. Allegiance to the proletariat. A waitress places our drinks on the table. He takes a sip from his drink and is pleasantly surprised. It must be some good coffee. I'm sorry, the voice is just too good.
I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I am curious about a few things.
About Eagle?
Eagle?
He looks genuinely confused. I guess my intel wasn't incorrect.
No, about Hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive? That was the team that I played for at CINY. Looks like Yuri did his homework. Sure, ask away. I'll try to answer the best that I can. He smiles.
I am more interested about the team and sponsorship dynamics in the West. I've researched that companies have official teams in the school rather than just sponsoring a different team from time to time.
I nod. That's right.
Hyperdrive is an S-ranked division team at CINY. That's quite the accomplishment. I can see why you transferred into Ace with a history like that.
Hard work pays off. Thank you. I practiced a lot and studied to make sure that my application was strong from both sides. Yuri seems pleased by my answer.
What were your teammates like?
Hyperdrive had about 20 pilots on the team. I didn't know all of them well, but I made a few friends. Yuri takes another sip from his coffee.
Ah yes, I've heard the official company teams tend to recruit purely from an efficiency and winning standpoint. There's even internal competition within the team to see who are the strongest pilots.
I nod.
Which means your solo rank must have been strong if you were the primary backup after the starting four.
Yeah, although I can't say everyone was pleased with the first year being a primary backup. Yuri chuckles.
I take it the more senior members of the team weren't pleased.
Yeah, probably. Yep. Because of that, most of the people I considered to be close were the first years. But some of the seniors who were already in the starting lineup would help me train.
Sounds like there was a very split dynamic among the team, which is not surprising given how large it is. It's hard to foster close camaraderie when everyone competes for the same spots.
Camaraderie. Yes, exactly. There were definitely a lot of cliques that formed within the group. I tried to stay away from any drama and was focused on bringing up my rank. Well, we've definitely flipped that around since joining this team.
How well do you think that model works compared to the model here?
I pause. The pressures here are different, but I do believe smaller teams make more efficient teams. You're more invested in your personal training and development, not because there's a looming pressure that someone is just another number away from replacing you, but because you're an important member of your team. And of course, you end up fostering a closer relationship with your teammates. But the whole sponsorship process here is incredibly imbalanced. Yuri nods understandingly. Honestly, I'm grateful that you agreed to sponsor us. We were rejected a few times before, and Yunna was really disappointed by how unwilling most companies were to consider us.
Your team at Ace is a little unique. Even though you guys are an S-rank division team, because you're a new team with no history of performance, you're also considered high risk.
High risk?
Yeah, it's hard to gauge whether your team is a strong up-and-comer or if your entry into this division was a fluke. Most companies don't like that uncertainty.
High risk, high reward. If that's the case, how come you decided to take on that risk? He grins.
I know good talent when I see it. If I had been too afraid to take risks, I never would have landed Yudai. When I signed him on, he was a new pilot but already showed so much potential.
He looks wistful.
What happened to him was tragic. The least I could do is to help his sister, especially after seeing how his death affected her.
And there it is. Wait, what happened?
You don't know?
Come on, dude, you read it in the fucking paper! You read it in the fucking paper! He falters.
You should probably talk to Yunna.
Oh, sure. After an uncomfortable silence settles, while both of us sip our drinks. Once he downs the last of his coffee, he checks his phone, then smiles politely.
I have to run to another meeting. Thanks again for stopping in to chat with me, and I'm sure we'll see each other soon.
Of course, comrade. It was nice to meet you. I say my goodbye and take another sip of my drink as I watch him leave. What happened to Yunna's brother? How come she never mentioned him to me? Questions race through my mind, but I clear them away as I finish my drink. I shouldn't drive myself crazy thinking about questions I don't have the answers to. The next time I see Yunna, I'll ask. You already have the answer! In the meantime, I still have some time before I go home. What should I do to clear my mind? Well, next time we talk to Yunna. Imagine that! I dial Yunna's number.
Hello?
Hey, Yunna. What are you up to this evening?
I'm in the small auditorium in the drama center.
Oh, is there a play?
Not quite. I'm attending a class run by the Improv Club. You should come.
Okay. It sounds like fun. I'll be right there.
Great. See you soon.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna immediately say, hey, ask about it because it's... But you gotta ease into something like that. As soon as we hang up the phone, I head to the drama center. When I arrive, I spot Yunna sitting towards the right of the room. As I head over, I run straight into someone. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Wait a minute. Hey, I know you. Aren't you the instructor for the cooking club? You teach improv too? He laughs.
No, that's my twin brother.
That's a great device to use in a story. And a great use to be able to reuse assets for a game like this. Ah, I see.
Anyway, have a seat. We are about to get started.
It's a little bit cheap, but you know what? As long as you don't do it more than once, it's fine. He marches to the front of the room while I sit beside Yunna. She smiles in acknowledgement. The auditorium is about 30 people. Although I never considered improv before, I suppose it's something a lot of people are interested in. I don't know, kinda, sorta.
Welcome to Improv! For those of us new to this group, improv is live acting. Everything is made up in the moment. Plot, character, dialogue, everything. Every performance is unique and cannot be recreated in exactly the same way.
And for those reasons, it's probably one of the more difficult things to do.
Okay, everyone partner up. We're going to have each team perform a skit.
Oh god. Go away, phone! I need to remember to turn my alarms off when I'm recording. You and I nod at each other.
It doesn't matter if you're a newbie to improv or a veteran. The most important thing to remember is to go with the flow. Your partner might throw something completely wild at you, but that's okay. That's what makes improv fun. You'll have a choice of scenarios on stage for each pair to choose from. Once the scene has been set, then the only rule is to do whatever comes to mind.
Oh, okay. I hope there's something good in here. Please let there be something good in here.
So, any volunteers?
Come on, Yunna. I raise my hand. We volunteer as tribute. Yes! We fucking volunteer as tribute. Yunna's startled but doesn't object.
Wonderful. Come on up then.
Are you ready? She seems nervous but nods.
As ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
That's true. Together we head on stage.
You'll find the scenario options on the table over there. Once you've decided, read the scenario out loud for the rest of the class.
Ah, shit. We walk over to the table on the corner of the stage.
Which one do you want to do?
I read the descriptions. You're at the beach, but you're gender swapped. You must declare your dying confession in the arms of your love. Ooh! This is good. I'm saving. I'm saving here. Oh, man. They're both so good. Oh, they're so good. I don't know which one I want to do. Shit. You know what? Since I saved, I'll go through both options, and whichever one I think is best, I'll do. I might even save the other one for later. Alright, let's go to the, since I'll basically do both of them because I really want to do both of them. We're gonna go, with the first option. You're at the beach, but you're gender swapped. Gender swapped on the beach scene. So I have to play a girl and you have to play a guy.
Yup.
It might be fun playing Yunna. Let's do this one. She raises an eyebrow, but doesn't disagree.
If you like.
After we select our description, I read it out loud for the class. The instructor gives us the signal to begin. Yunna squares her shoulders and swaggers exaggeratedly on stage.
I love the beach and doing manly things like, swimming. Too bad my friend isn't here with me so we can swim together.
Oh, God. Yunna looks pointedly in my direction, indicating for me to join her in our skit. Pretended to be shy and pitched my voice high. Teehee, just a minute. There's a prop bin in the corner of the stage. I rummage through the bin, hoping to find something of use. Aha! I grab 2 balloons and stuff them underneath my blazer. A chorus of laughter reverberates in the room, but Yunna's face is one of chagrin. Sorry I'm late. I was getting ready. Look, I got girl boobs. Yunna gets back into character, and instead of talking, she just stares very obviously at my balloons.
That's not what I look like. Is it?
I cover my chest with an arm. Ah, stop being a pervert! Yunna pretends to balk.
No, that's not it. I was just admiring your swimsuit.
I pout and continue to cover my chest.
Anyway, why don't we go swimming?
I suppose if you want, we can.
Race you there.
She runs across the stage and mimes diving into the ocean. I follow slowly behind her and pretend to wade carefully into the shallow water. Ah, oh no! As soon as I touched the water, my top fell off! I hold the balloons close to my chest, but let my blazer fall to the ground, mimicking loosening a bikini top. Yunna's mouth drops open in shock. I turn my back to Yunna, but not before seeing her bright red cheeks. Don't look at me! I peek at her at the corner of my eye. Her shocked expression suddenly melts away into a cheeky smile.
Oh no! For some inexplicable reason, my nose has started bleeding!
Fucking love it! Hey, that's not what happened. Yunna grinned, and this time my cheeks turned red. The audience hasn't stopped laughing since my balloon incident, and didn't even notice my breaking character. The student's professor claps his hand.
Great job, you two. Have either of you done improv before?
We shake our heads.
You're a natural.
Really?
Yes, that was hilarious. You two have great chemistry together. You make an awesome team.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Yunna glows with excitement as we return to our seats. And with that, I'm going to quickly save again, and we're going to go down the other option. You must declare your dying confession in the arms of your love. A deathbed confession. Can I be the one who's dying?
Sure, I'll follow your lead then.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay.
After we select our description, I read it aloud for the class. The instructor gives us the signal to begin. Yunna signals that she will follow my lead. I rush onto the stage, dodging imaginary arrows. Ugh! I clutch at my chest as one of the arrows hits me and stumble around on the stage before falling to my knees. My breath shortens into gas and I slowly lay on my back.
No!
Yunna races towards the stage and cradles my head in her lap.
Stay with me!
I gurgle faintly. No.
Shh, don't talk. Everything will be okay.
There's something. I have to tell you.
You can tell me when you're better.
Come closer. She leans in, her hair tickling my cheek. I whisper to her. I'm sorry we couldn't have more time together.
Don't talk like that!
I feign a coughing fit.
Save your voice.
I'll always remember the time we had. After the words come out, I fall limp in her arms.
No! Please come back to me! What will I do without you?
She shakes me gently, but I don't stir. Her voice grows thick.
I'll never forget you.
She pulls my face into her breast and hugs me. Yeah! Stay in character. I want to do the second answer, but stay in character. Although I'm actually aware of my nose nestled in her soft bosom, I remain still. After all, I'm supposed to be dead, and dead people don't move. After that moment, she tenses up as if realizing something.
Oh,
She pushes me away as her face grows beet red. The audience laughed, causing her face to burn even redder. Damn, that is pretty fucking red. The student professor claps his hands.
Great job, you two. Have either of you done improv before?
We shake our heads.
You're a natural.
Really?
Yes, that was hilarious. You two have great chemistry together. You make an awesome team.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I guess it didn't matter. Yunna glows with excitement as we return to our seats.
We rocked it. Thanks for coming and joining me.
No problem. It was a lot more fun than I expected it to be.
All right, I swapped out the scenarios on the table so we don't get any repeats. So who's next?
Yunna and I watch the other teams perform their skits to the amusement of all of us. By the time everyone is finished, my side hurts from laughing so hard. As I enter the house, I hear soft giggles coming from the living room. A tuft of blonde hair peeks over the couch. Another wave of giggles floats from the couch, but ceases abruptly after I step close. Nikki hangs up the phone and turns around to greet me.
Hi, big bro.
I plop down next to her. Who was that guy? Her eyes grow wide.
How did you know it was a guy?
Ah, gotcha! I didn't, but I do now. She pouts,
That's tricky.
but very effective. So, who was it? Was it your boyfriend?
No one.
Ah, so it is your boyfriend! Doesn't sound like no one.
He's just a classmate.
Uh-huh. I reach around and grab Nikki's phone while she's distracted.
No, give it back!
She screams in my ear as she leaps over me, reaching towards her phone. I fend her off and keep the phone away from her grasping hands. As she continues to struggle, I worm my way off the couch and flip through her call list before she can scramble to her feet. The last dialed number is to a Ken? What kind of weird Japanese name is Ken? Nikki snatches the phone right as I speak, then pummels my chest with her fist.
Oh my god, you are such a jerk.
Is he even a real person?
Of course he is.
But his name is Ken.
You're the worst.
She hits me hard one last time before turning on her heel and storming upstairs. When she's halfway up, she pauses.
And by the way, Ken means strong in Japanese.
Oh. I hope that's correct. Nikki stomps into her room and slams the door. Oh yeah. Oops. Still, Ken? I hear laughter. Is that me? Did I just laugh out loud? Kaito is leaning against the doorway behind me. A broad smile on his face. I jump up when I see him. First Akira, now Kaito? How's everybody been sneaking up on me?
That's good. Ken is a funny name. It's like Yen.
He continues laughing at his joke, then gradually calms down.
Why does your face look like that?
Like what? I always look like this.
No, like this.
He mimics a look of cringing and disbelief. What? I should go do my homework.
Good idea. Get smart.
I slowly head towards the stairs, still unsure about what just happened. As I walk up the stairs, I can still hear the faint chuckles from Kaito and the echoes of Ken, Yen. Since I was already in my room, I caught up on my studying until it was time to sleep. And with that, I'd like to thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you definitely hit that. And I hope to see you all next time.